Hey there, hope you all are doing great. Our today's tutorial is for those designers who are working with shared document and for those clients who want any kind of change in their design. So our today's topic or tool is which we are going to discuss in this video is count tool. In this tutorial I am going to discuss three things. One of them is what is count tool and what is the use of count tool, and the third one is how to use count tool. Welcome to PIXIPACE. I am a professor of graphics. Actually, it's a truth. In my graphic design career, I noticed one thing. That is, we designers know how to use the tools, but we don't know what is the purpose of that tool. So in my videos, I'm going to clarify every purpose of the tools. I'm not only going to show you the tools and I'm not going to give the tutorial about how to use the tools. Included that, I'm going to show you what is the purpose to use that particular tool. So let's start the tutorial. First one is what is count tool. If you have extended version of Adobe Photoshop, then you'll find the count tool. The count tool is used for counting the multiple objects in Adobe Photoshop. Like by using this tool, you can count several objects at the same time. You can give the numbering to the objects so that your designer friend or your client can notice that. So count tool is used to count the objects in Adobe Photoshop documents. Next one is what is the purpose of count tool? Suppose there are several objects in your document and you are working with a shared file with another designers, and you want any kind of specific change in particular object, then you can count those objects so that you can clarify your native designers clearly. Like suppose you want to change the color of any stone in the group of stones, you can count the that particular stones and you can let your designer friend that I only want these changes, or I only want these changes in stones. Whatever you want to tell, you can select or you can count multiple objects at the same time and let your designer friends or let your designers know that you want to change only these objects, like 5 or 3 or whatever you want. Next one is also useful for clients. Suppose you are a client and you want something in your Adobe Photoshop, but you don't have any kind of knowledge of Adobe Photoshop, and you want to tell your like designers that you want to change these objects or you want any kind of change in objects. Suppose there are 10 objects, 10, 20 objects, and you want only change the 5 objects, and then you can count that particular 5 objects in your document in Adobe Photoshop so that your designers can find and can change that according to your requirements. So this is the purpose of count tool. Now we are going to learn how to use count tool. This is really an easy tool. For that we don't need to use any kind of science. For using count tool, we just need to click on eyedropper tool, hold on the eyedropper tool to reveal the count tool, or you can right click on eyedropper tool. Here you will find count tool. Here's the icon 1 2 3. Then while using this tool, you can click anywhere to count that particular object. Suppose I am going to click on this is my first object, and he'll find, and if we can change the like size and the level size of that particular like level or that particular count to numbers. Suppose marker size, yes, 10, and this is the level size. Again, you can change the color of any object. Suppose let's assume red one. Yeah, it's more visible to you. Here it is our first object, then this is the second object, then this is the third, fourth, and fifth. You can see my screen. I count the 5 objects by just clicking on the objects. And here we also make a group of objects. Like suppose that you can rename big stones for example. Now let's count the 5 little stones. Here you will find total counts are 5. We can also make the group by clicking on this one. This is our group. In that group we have 5 counts. We have 5 objects, or I can say. Now let's select another one and make the another group of numbers. For that I'm going to count these small stones in that. Suppose this is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth and fifth. He'll find the another 5 count or for another 5 objects by using that tool, and I'm going to give the color of that is blue. You'll find there are two kind of groups, two kind of colors, red and blue, because we created a group of that. Here it is blue one, red one, sorry, and here it is the another group we created. For to make a group of that, we just need to click on this icon, small stones, small stone. Now we have two groups. One of them is big stones and another one is small stones. Now it's clear to you. Suppose you count the objects in multiple ways, you create a group, then you just need to send PSD file, or you just need to share the PSD file to your designer's friend so that they can identify and you can let them know, like you want to change the color of small stones group. Then simply he or she will simply click on small stones and find these are the small stones 1 2 3 4 5. So designer will change the color according to you, like as per you mentioned. Again there is another tool, that is node tool, which I already explained in my last tutorials. For using that tool, suppose you already selected the group, then here we going to use the node tool. Then make a note of that. Suppose this is the first one and write please, or whatever you want to give the notes to your designers, please change the color of small objects group. And here we created our notes for designers, and we already created or we already counted the objects which we want to change, or the color of we want to change. Then you simply need to share that document to your designers. Then designer will identify the objects as you mention in this document, or as per you are mentioning, or as per you are going to mention in your document. Then he or she will simply click on notes and understand what it is and what he or she need to change. Now let's move to the count tool. Again, if you want to see the group of counts, then you need to simply click on you want to hide or show your notes, you want to hide or show your count tool. Then you simply need to select that particular group of numbers, then simply click on icon. And again, if you want to delete that particular group, then simply click on this icon. It will delete that particular selected group and it is deleted. And or if you want to clear your all selected objects, then you simply need to click on this clear button. It will clear all the levels. Again, I explain it to you. So this is about count tool. It's a really simple but useful tool. Again, I would like to say that don't just use the tools. Know what is the use, what is the purpose of that tool. If you know the purpose of particular tool in your graphic design career, then I'm sure you'll make your work so easy. I hope you learned something from this tutorial and you really like this tutorial. So if you like this video, then please share and subscribe PIXIPACE YouTube channel so that your friends or another people can also get a benefit from this channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting.